What the F, universe? Let's talk about the different types of signs that there are beyond like what element you're in. Because this is another thing that totally shocked me and went, oh, huh. So that is that there are cardinal, mutable, and fixed signs. What does that mean? That means that they're beyond the element they're in. You could be a cardinal fire sign, you could be a mutable air sign, you could be a fixed air sign. All different things. All different things. So when you're looking at a chart, when it's all like divided up into the things, if I believe right, it goes cardinal, mutable, fixed. And it's always, if you're reading the chart this way, we go around the circle, right? The first one is always the cardinal, then it's the mutable, etc. and so forth. So, I am also going to read this off of astrostyle.com because, you know, explanations, and then talk more in depth about my feelings and stuff on this, whatever. So, basically it's the idea of like, are you a doer, a starter, a doer, or a finisher? You know, that's kind of the energy that comes along with the exalted, or is it exalted on no, I'm talking cardinal. The cardinal signs are the starters of something. So if you're talking about a cardinal fire sign or a cardinal air sign, like that is where like whoosh, like that energy is going to like really get up in there. It is the gush, the go. So for each of these things, I would think of like an earthquake for earth signs. I would think of like the spark to a fire. I would think of the first like when the wind is picking up for air, like that first like woo, like things are like you could feel the energy in the air type of deal. Let's see here, what else are we missing? For water, it's like when you just turn on the faucet, it's the first drip, it's like the initial like rush of water coming in. That is what the cardinal signs are all about, right? The mutable signs are much more this one says that the mutable sign would be the editors who take the near finished product and the fixed signs would be the patient workhorses who produce the album, and the mutable signs would be the editors who take the near finished product and do the final mastering, editing, remixing, and go from there. So you basically have these different types of signs that come in and say, hey, oh, I'm not I don't know, like I feel like we all take our idea of what a cardinal sign is and the starters of something, and we apply that to all of our elements in a sense, right? Like we think that, oh, I should be, like I feel like I as a Gemini, like I should be that gush of wind. I should be that, whew, like that air sign that rushes through and mixes stuff up, etc. and so forth. Chaos element, two faces, all of that, woo. No, because a Gemini is, where did you go? It is a mutable sign, AKA it is the finisher. It is the person who is more rappy-uppy with the air. Whoosh. Right, so I'm going to list these all together so you guys can kind of go through. So cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And the mutable signs is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. So think if that applies to you or not. Do you recognize within yourself that you are possibly a finisher or a middle ground? Like you're a great, like, no, we're doing the thing and getting it going. Like maybe you have a hard time starting, but once you do start, you're like, yes, all of the things. If you're a finisher, or you're always like, I can finish this, that's not a problem. Like maybe the starting and the keeping going, but I can complete something. Not an issue. What's interesting for me is that concept of my love of certain things, right? I am a Gemini, so that means that I am a fixed, yes, nope, I'm mutable. Yeah, I'm mutable. I'm a mutable sign, a mutable air sign, which means that I crave endings a lot, which I haven't noticed before until I like looked up and was like, well, how does a finisher apply to me? I definitely do like to wrap up projects. The wrap up period is really nice for me. I savor it a bit. I'm like, ooh, yes, I did the thing. It's done. Yes. Oh, all the yes. But beyond that, I also really love endings because for me, they're also the mark of the new beginning. Death, destruction. When I think of like the tarot cards that never terrify me at all. The idea of the Wheel of Fortune, bringing on new change, whether good or bad, always, you know, the Tower, the Devil. The Tower specifically, some people are like, ugh, Tower, why? And I'm just like, oh, cool, what do we need to destroy to start the thing? Like, what do I need to finish and destroy to ash so that I can have the new pretty growth come in? Like, what do I need to do? Let's do it. That is always like something that really interests me and excites me a lot. All about it. So, ooh, that makes sense. I'm like, okay, yeah, I am definitely a mutable in that sense. I definitely do that. So comment down below. This will be a really quick one, but comment down below. What are you? If you look at yourself as a cardinal or a fixed or a mutable, do that make sense to you? Are you more of a starter? Could you see how that type of energy applies well to you as a starter fire, starter air, starter water, starter earth, whatever, what have you? Or do you feel like that's a little bit off? Or how does that apply to you in certain parts of your life where you're like, yeah, no, I definitely am the workhorse when it comes to certain things, but when it comes to other things, not so much. Also see how that could, I mean, if you're already looking at your houses and all that fun stuff, you do that too. I am now looking into like, okay, so if Gemini rules my 12th house, and that's a mutable sign, how does that wrap up all the things that come in the 12th house? How does that help? You know, what wrap up thing do I try to do a lot? Maybe to my benefit or to my detriment in some respects. And also then, like, what other signs were my houses in? Are they cardinal? And are they very like, yes, start the thing, but they're not good at keeping it going and finishing it type of deal? Or, you know, is there a certain house where there's a lot of that energy happening? All of that stuff. So anyway, this is What the F Universe Cardinal Signs. There's several other videos for this lovely series, and this is part of Youtober. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.